Hi, welcome back. Hope you're all well. I was just going to bolt my little vise onto the bench, and it's one of these swivel ones that swivels round, and realised it was all rusted up and sort of looked solid, so I've took it apart. It's just a matter of these screws sort of hold it in place. You can nip them up. They've got a little lever bit on there, you know. But this one's got the lever bit missing, so I'm going to have to make a little bar up or something, a bit of metal up for that. There's a pin there for it. And anyway, I took it apart. I started cleaning it up, and I thought, oh, you might want to see it. So I decided to record it. Inside here is basically all it is this bit of casting and this bit of casting, and what happens is when you nip them up, nip them bolts up in here, it pulls it together. It's a bit like a clutch plate, and it just jams it up. But it was thick rust, and I started cleaning it up, and I thought, well, I might as well show you bits of me doing it. I'm not going to show you doing the whole thing because it'd be quite boring. So now we can see that. I've started sort of cleaning it up around this here, It's thick rust. So yeah, I'm going to clean this up. We'll put it back together. We're going to service it as well. I think it's pretty well greased. I did grease it before, so let's see how we get on with it. We're just going to run the little wire brush over it. It's not going to be perfect. It ain't got to be perfect for me, but it's got to be better than what it was. Right, that one's all cleaned up. I don't know where that shows up on the camera, but clean that one up. Just going to finish doing this one. I'm trying to think if to, can't make mine up, to spray it with grey primer or something, or not bother. Obviously don't want to grease it because I want it to grip, not slip. But can't make my mind up. I'll probably give it a light coat, won't hurt, will it? It's only a bit of cast. Then I've got to figure out how to make a little bar to go into that. There's crap on it. I might clean that bit up, and then yeah. Yeah, you ain't got to worry too much about the health and safety on this one, because that's hardly turning that. Battery's sort of flat. I'm going to put the other battery on it, but that's not charged. I thought it was. That's obviously gone down. So I know putting a whinge on using this, and oh, you've got to have gloves because these fly. They do fly. They are bloody dangerous, but it's hardly turning. I'm not putting any force on it. If I put force on it, it'll stop. You know. So I wasn't planning on doing this today. I was just obviously bolt it on. I wasn't even going to do this. I bolted the grinder on. You know how you start bolting things on and you get carried away. Right, so that's the two plates. Clean it up. I think I will just spray a bit of prime on them, just for the sake of doing it, really. So I've just got to clean these up now, and I've got to make something up like that. Don't know what I've got out of scrap. Won't be nothing special, as long as it does the job. Yeah, so that's the next bit. Well, you can see that, it's a dead dragonfly, and the dog's got hold of it. Shame, isn't it? Do like watching them flying around. Right, I'll just give it a quick coat of grey primer, and we'll clean it up. If you only got to sort of push it gently, and it grips really well and releases as well, so that'd be better. And what we've got to do now is, not there because the drawers there, but he's always doing a little job outside because he keeps bringing stuff in and putting it in and knocking everything out of the way. So I've just got to put it over out the way of the drawer for the bolts, and then I want to bring it as sort of far forward as I can, so it's off the bench. I've got a bit more, room to get my knuckles in there. Do it up, and then all I'm going to do is line it up, drill the holes. I'm going to use the cordless again because it's out, but the battery's on charge at the moment. So if we have a look at this, I can't remember if I've taken the bolt out of this or not. I don't think I do. But, that's handy. Little bolt. I'm pretty sure I greased all this up not long ago, so there you go, and it just slides out. Yeah, I greased it. I didn't take it right out, I just greased it up roughly, as you can see. And normally when you get a slack in there, when you sort of have to slide them back and forth, normally because the split pin here goes, but that's all okay. That's on the spring. So I might just clean that up a little bit. Clean this surface up here. So you can just undo that bolt, and that bit comes out. It really wants tightening up a little bit more. I think that's only hand tight as it is. I don't know if you can see in there. That's the bit what it screws into. Yeah, so I'll clean it all up, and then time to drill the bench and put it in there. It's not bad. I've had this bench, oh Christ knows how many years. I've had this vice for, probably for longer than the garage, so probably about 10 years. So it's about time it got bolted down, isn't it? Well, it was bolted the other end, but I put the bigger vice on that end. Right, hopefully you can see it. Move the tripod so yeah, hopefully you can see it. Moves on there lovely. Half a turn, or not in half a turn. Obviously I won't fix this side yet. A quarter turn. That's locked. I've still got to tighten the nuts up under here. So what I've got to do next is soften up for the other side, another little bit of metal or whatever. So that's the next job. Right, it's the next day now. It's a lot hotter today. It's going to be about 28, 29 I think. I'm going to make this little bit, this little lever, hopefully you can see it, for the other side. I was going to use a screwdriver and sort of drill a hole in it and cut it all short and all that. But the screwdriver I want is in the van. I can't be bothered to go and get it. So I'm going to try a bolt just to see how we get on. So I'll knack a bolt and see what I can make up. I'm going to take this off and show you what I've got to do. Shoot this off. That's easy, isn't it? Right. Yeah. So basically, I'm making this bit here. The bit that sticks out. Okay. Or making something like that. Alright, so I'm going to use this bolt. I've just tried it on the sander sort of quickly and it sort of seemed okay. to turn the camera on because it's got cutting fluid on. I don't want them on the camera. Right, that's all I've done. Ground it down so it fits in there nice and tight. I used the sander on here and the grinding wheel. Could have used me sort of 4.5 inch grinder, but I would have had to change the disc and everything else, and so I've got a cutting disc on there at the moment. I need that to cut the end off. I couldn't be bothered seeing that it's there. We can always get a little mill, but it's a bit expensive just to do this, isn't it? One day we'll get one. Yeah, so I've just put that in there. So the next thing I'll do is drill a hole through there, and then put the pin in, and then I'll cut it down to length, I suppose. Well, don't really want to leave that nut on there, do we? Right, as you can see, I've drilled the hole. It's not very central, I just guessed it. It's got it sort of flat. I drilled it with a 3.5mm drill originally, and it was just too tight to get the pin in. So the next drill I had there was 4mm, so it's a little bit slack. Now it's cooled down, these bits seem to be a little bit, there's a little bit of movement in it. It's not perfect. It'll do the job, but it's not as good as I sort of want it to be honest with you. I'll show you when I put a bit. You know, it's not mega amounts, because I've got a slightly bigger hole in there as well. It's just, you know, it's no worse than what's sort of already on here. I just wanted a bit of a better fit. So the next thing I think is to cut it down to length, cut this end off. Right, whatever you see here, it's unsafe, whatever, keep to yourself. I never see nothing, nor did you. Right, so we cut the end off now. Well, cut it on a bit of a piss, didn't I? You see it slip down the vise. I couldn't be bothered. I didn't want to over tighten. I don't know why. I'm so used to it not being bolted in. I thought, oh, you know what it's like. So I'm going to have to trim that up a little bit. I'm just going to round it off. I ain't worried if there's a bit of an angle, but you see what went wrong there. Right, so I'm going to round it off. Right, you might be able to hear the pool outside. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the pump's running and you can hear the pool going blah 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 blah. And the pigeons, I always hear pigeons in my videos. Anyway, there she is, all rounded up. It's not perfect, it's not brilliant, but it's going to do the job. And it's exactly the same length as what's on there. I was going to take the thread off on the sander, but I can't be bothered. I think it looks alright. So it's a matter of just putting it together. Right, I've got the pin in. I've knocked the ends over so that it stays in. And just to make it look a little bit older and matching with the other one, I quickly sprayed it with a bit of black and I didn't like it, so I wiped it off and it actually looks alright. Actually, I don't know what it looks like on camera, but it sort of matches in with the, I don't think you can see it, but it matches in with the other one. So I just got to do that, job done. A quick little look at it on there, that's alright. It could do with being a bit tight I think, but it does the job. It's the original one. I've just given it a wipe over with a sort of an oily rag just to clean it all up. Job done. Alright, that's the job done. It's about 26, 27 outside at the moment. It's about 35, 36 in here. And it's no good for a fat bloke like me. Yeah, so only a little job. That's the sort of stuff I like tinkering around with when I'm not doing the mowers and that. So if you like that sort of stuff, subscribe, you know, all the rest of it. Ring the bell, ding-a-ding-a-ding, and all the rest of it. And yeah, take it easy, see you next time. Bye for now.
Bye.